She tried to get away from it, but it kept visiting her. A woman named Kaylin explains that after using the Ouija board, it mysteriously went missing.
A few times when I was living in my condo, the same condo that you'll see on my page, where I had like all those paranormal experiences happen to me. Well, there was this one time we were gonna go to an abandoned building, me and my roommate, and we're gonna use the Ouija board.
But after moving into a new home, she found it inside the bedroom closet. Ever since then, something began to visit her at night. She hears noises from downstairs, so she goes to check. Horrified after hearing something coming up the stairs, she hides in her room.
Oh my god.
Whatever's haunting her seems to just want to watch her sleep.
He is an independent truck driver in Southeast Asia. He regularly posts his experiences and adventures as he drives his truck across the countryside of Indonesia. Late one night, Sam is driving his truck along a long, lonely stretch of road that locals claim is haunted by a dark spirit. Just after he crosses a bridge in the middle of nowhere, his truck suddenly breaks down.
Ya bener sampean. Apa jenenge? Tibake mesinku sing keder. Wis tak servis ya, Lur ya. Hawane.
Sam can't understand what's wrong because he says that he's just recently had the truck checked and serviced. And this is when things take a terrifying turn.
Aku saiki ngomong yo, mambune moro-moro mambune gak enak, Lur. Mambu melati campur amis. Sapa iku? Sapa? Si ambu amis, Lur yo. Ayo. Sapa? Cuk, sapa iki? Welut. Muncul lah.
Sam smells something horrible and peers under his truck, only to see someone's bare feet that seem to be floating just above the pavement on the other side. But when he checks, there's no one there. After this spooky encounter and with his truck stalled on the road, Sam decides to get out of there and go find some help.
He thought inheriting his grandmother's house was a blessing until he met the clown doll she left behind. Everything was quiet until 3 a.m. when banging sounds were heard coming from the room where the clown doll sat. He pushed the door open. The doll was there facing the wall just like he left it. Then a loud bang is heard coming from the stairs. That's when he heard the door behind him creak. He looked back and the doll wasn't facing the wall anymore. It was looking right at him. Terrified, he refused to spend another second near it. He dragged Jeffrey the clown doll to the basement and locked the door. He set up a CCTV camera to watch the room, and just minutes later his phone buzzed with a motion alert. He checked the feed and his blood ran cold. Jeffrey's arm was moving all on its own. Then the bulb exploded, plunging the basement into total darkness. He hasn't opened the door since. Man under the username Artec recently started working the night shifts as an overnight security guard in the supermarket Bodega Obrera, and explains that he has been feeling uneasy ever since starting the job. And he's not the only one, as every other guard has refused to work that shift. One night while he's doing his rounds around 3 a.m, he starts hearing voices, so he goes to check it out.
Me encuentro dando mi rondín de las 3 de la mañana y pasa que hay algo bien curioso, No sé, la verdad sí ya me está empezando a dar miedo. Se escuchan como risas, como voces. Este, sí, no sé si me estoy sugestionando por todo lo que ha estado pasando ahorita, pero sí estoy escuchando como demasiados ruidos. No sé, es muy extraño. Y la verdad sí ya me está dando como miedo. Qué, qué raro. Sí, ya me está dando como... Ay, no, no le encuentro. Ay, no, no, no.
Without warning, one of the speakers from the electronics aisle begins to blast loud music all on its own. Not sure what to make of this, he carries on. Then this happens.
Y curiosamente, escuché que algo se cayó. Realmente no alcancé a ver qué fue lo que se cayó, pero sí escuché que se cayó algo. Ya desde hace rato se andan escuchando ruidos, pues extraños, y realmente se cayeron unas galletas, creo. No sé, es muy extraño todo esto. Se cayeron unas galletas. ¡Oh, la madre!
The strange events continue to happen, and since the area is highly known for robberies, his supervisors have instructed him to investigate anything strange. Artek is quite frightened at this point, but decides to continue on with the shift, seeing as though he needs the job. That is until one night he encounters something terrifying in the back rooms of the store that made him consider quitting. Watch closely.
Otra vez están escuchando ruidos. Estaba aquí haciendo el recorrido, pero escuché un ruido aquí adentro. No sé si estaba crujiendo algo, o no sé si... No sé. Qué raro. Ya no sé realmente qué hacer. Todo me extraña de este lado. Ya no sé qué hacer. Ya realmente no sé qué es lo que voy a hacer. Ya no entiendo ni qué es lo que está... ¿Qué cojones? No mames. Sácate a la verga, al chile, pinche mamada. Su puta madre. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Hay alguien ahí? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué se ve ahí al fondo? ¡Oh, no mames! ¿Qué tal?
In a dark corner, a pair of boots are seen facing towards him. Then one of them just moves and topples over on its own, causing him to run away and now thinking about leaving the job.
The footage shows a man in what appears to be a rural setting, preparing some kind of experiment, or perhaps some kind of ritual. He begins by propping a small mirror against a cement wall. Then he produces a peacock feather and carefully stabs it into what looks like a potato or a piece of fruit. He performs a brief series of gestures, almost like a ceremony, then he points the feather directly at the mirror. The mirror explodes.
A garment factory in Japan has been experiencing strange activity. It was just recently that the factory's surveillance cameras had caught footage of the strange things that had been happening. When the owner of the factory had seen the footage, he was shocked. But he wasn't shocked for the reason you're probably thinking. The factory owner himself best explains the footage that was captured. Take a look.
っていうパートの人がいたんですけど、2年に亡くなってます。うちに来て20年ぐらいになるんで、結構ベテランで、他のパートさんからも好かれてるような感じでした。動いてるミシンがさんが使っていたミシンなんですよね。なんで他のパートさんの間ではさんが来てしようとしてるつもりなんじゃないかとか、このマネキンも夜に急に動き出したら怖いよねとか、ふざけて服を着せたりもしてましたし、お気に入りでしたね。
The factory owner believes that if the ghost of Miss Tanaka is behind all these strange occurrences, then it isn't necessarily bad. After all, Miss Tanaka seems to be truly missed by her coworkers. These strange occurrences are probably the closest thing to having Miss Tanaka around one more time.
If you ever hear a voice coming from a body of water, never go towards it. Here's why. A woman under the user Catsnap uploaded a horrific moment while in her barn one night that's isolated in the woods. She looks out the window and records after hearing the voice of someone singing somewhere in the pitch dark woods.
It's black out there, right? I live on a river and there's no lights. So if there's anyone there, but it's pitch black. So just listen for a moment, okay? And tell me that you would not be fucking freaked out by this. What the fuck?
Knowing it's just woods out there, she locks her doors and stays inside. In the morning, she shows the area where the singing was coming from, and we can see it's just woods and a river.
Okay, so this is where I was filming that last night with the singing, okay? So, look, it was coming from that direction out there. So, somebody is obviously singing. I know it's a person. It's not like a scary witch or something, but yeah, why at midnight in the pitch black in the wilderness? That's...
Even with the many stories of people going missing after they follow the mysterious melody near a body of water, the woman chooses to believe it was just someone simply wandering the woods in the pitch darkness. So, was this just a wandering camper singing by the river? Or was this something else trying to lure her into the waters? Let me know what you believe.
Now this last video was submitted by Aaron Tipsy, who states that a friend of his had sent him a creepy video. In it, Aaron's friend can be seen sleeping inside their bedroom when something downright terrifying is captured. It's close to midnight when the following happens. This is what was caught. What better way to induce insomnia than by watching a video like this? Now, it's worth mentioning that this same video can be found on TikTok. However, the context given for that video is different from the one that was sent to me. Aaron states that his friend has no recollection of ever doing this in their sleep, whereas the one on TikTok states that they were fully conscious when they did this. Whether conscious or not, the imagery of this video is still nonetheless pretty disturbing. Real or not, this here is a great source of nightmare fuel.